Oh no. Sorry.
Okay, wait. I need to
Actually, we won't need it.
Yeah, what? You can turn
Just in case.
It's turned on now. Alright.
Let's turn on, sir.
Alright, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brian Lucas, and you know my son Jalen. And so I'm so happy to be here with you all. Now I know I got my one bass player. Are there any more in the crowd that I don't know of? No. Okay, so I got the guitar player, right? Two in the back.
Guitar.
Okay. And then what do? You're
I
the drummer.
play drum too.
Okay. Awesome. Now I started out on drums as well,
I'm just
so
well-rounded.
I got an appreciation for both. All right. What do you do, man?
She's the dancer.
Dancer, but obviously interested in music, so that's pretty awesome. That's cool.
Oh, I can do that too. Have fun.
Awesome.
I know.
With the camera, what do you do?
Saxophone.
Saxophones. Okay. Now, do most of you guys read music?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody?
Yes. I can make out what those things with the stems are.
Right. Don't feel bad. Sir?
I can, but like it takes me a long time. Like I can't read it fluently.
All right. So we're going to have a good time because obviously I don't read either. It's not obvious, but I don't read either. But I will tell you that you can make it. And so the techniques that I'll show you today really are about focusing and getting your ear trained. All right? Sir? Did I get with you?
No, I don't play. But I love to listen.
Love to listen. Okay, good. So in the military, I'm in the Air Force, and I'm stationed on Guidance Care Ship, right? And a lot of times you may hear your parents talk about acronyms. Okay, so we take a lot of words and we take the first letter of it and make a small word, right? So the word that the acronym that we're going to learn today for all musicians, but primary focus on bass is guide. Okay, so it stands for groove, right? Your 5 pillars of being a bass player or drummer or rhythm guitarist is getting in the groove, right? And you need to know the occasion. Okay? Want to know the occasion? Hey, am I playing speed metal and we're at a bar mitzvah? You know, something like that, right? So we want to make sure.
Like something Edwards would do.
All right.
Play something slow. Okay.
Then we'll go into technique. So we'll go over a couple of techniques and give you a chance to play with those, right? Then innovation, right? So for those who are able to read and know all the different theory behind music, we'll have a larger vocabulary when it comes to obviously being innovative. But you can do it with a limited one as well. And then lastly, timing, right? Got to have good timing to be a musician, effective one. So we'll hit all those pillars. All right, ready to get started? All right, so when we talk about the groove, your place as a bass player is not in the front unless you're Wayman Tisdale or Victor Wooten, one of these kind of guys. Y'all know about Victor Wooten, right?
Yeah.
Okay, homework, Victor Wooten. You'll probably spend 3 days on YouTube just checking out Victor Wooten. The guy's awesome. But check him out. All right. So in the groove, your job is in the background, but also you carry the song, right? You're carrying the chord structure, the melody, in sync with the guitarist and the keyboardist. So Jalen and I will give you a quick example of groove, right? So you remember the group Run DMC?
Yes.
Ever heard of Run DMC?
I love them.
You do?
Sorry.
You ever heard of Walk This Way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll give you a little bit of Walk This Way, and then we're just hanging out in the pocket. Ready? Keep going. of times that guitar player or the keyboard player be going wild over all of that stuff, and you're just hanging out, keeping that foundation. So if you're cool with that, you'll probably be an effective bass player, right? If you are transitioning from lead over to bass, you'll probably be all over this fretboard, and some people get mad at you.
Everybody looking at Mark.
All right.
You may now stop.
So the next thing we want to talk about, and it seems like time is going faster now that we're actually in front of everybody, but the occasion, right? So you need to know the occasion. As we mentioned, the first example was at the bar mitzvah there. You're playing speed metal, right? So we want to make sure it fits what occasion you're at. Now, a lot of times we play in church, okay? So what we'll do is do a lot of chord structure on the bass. And so Jalen will give me probably a hip-hop beat, and I'll be playing the wrong thing. And then once I give him the cue, he'll play the right beat, and then you'll see how that occasion matches. All right? Give me a hip-hop beat, Jalen. Now give me the right beat. All right. All right. Cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try. All right. So the next thing, if there's no questions, are there any questions on groove? Obviously, we just did one little piece, but or the occasion, you got that down. You got it, right? So the next thing we'll talk about is technique, right? So there's obviously 3 major techniques, right? You got the fingering, right? Popping, and then also you can mute. So if you're not familiar with muting, we'll talk about that. And a lot of times you'll hear that in the reggae type music. So, you remember Crisscross, Make It Jump, Jump? Remember that song? All right, so we'll
It's
throw,
in there.
Seriously, guys.
we're going to throw you 3 techniques from Crisscross, right? So we'll start off with the finger. You can take, obviously, you can make mistakes, and you can just keep going. Maybe somebody heard it, maybe somebody didn't. Who knows? But there's some things you can do with that, right? For the muting technique, Jalen, you remember the one song that we worked on for muting? But if not, just follow along. But you're going to take the palm of your hand, and you're going to place it on the backside of your fretboard or your strings here, close to the bridge, right? And then when you're ready, you'll just hit it with your thumb. Good. So I saw you want to play, so we want to. Obviously, we're speeding through this pretty pretty fast. We can go back over that one and have everybody join in on that one. All right. So that was three fingering the major techniques that you can use. Obviously, you want to be able to slide as well, slide into chords. So with that same thing, if I'm just fingering it right. I'm at that F sharp, I'm at that D, I'm at that A, and E, right? So I know if I got my bass tuned to the standard, then I can slide into those E's and A's, and it'll make a big difference, right? Right? Chord on that first note. So I know that's my F sharp is not going to move. So I can slide up here because I know the fretboard starts over at these double dots, right? So here. Okay. And then, so as you keep playing with it, you can hit more chords and what have you. It's amazing. You know, you can. And you're like, wow, okay, where can I put that? And you place it. You keep playing with it, you place it anyway. All right. The next thing was, so what we at? We had innovation. All right. So innovation obviously will take a very, very simple pattern. If you're familiar with the key of D, we're just going to go with the 1 and the number system. We're going to hit the 1, then we're going to hit the 4, the 6, and the 5. So it's 1, 4, 6, 5 song, and it sounds like this. You ready? Song, but as you take simple patterns and whatnot, the sky's the limit, right? All right. last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll all get in here and figure out a couple of easy chords, progressions, and then we'll just play together. Was timing, right? So timing. Here's a song that requires a lot of timing, and if you're off, everybody will know it. All right. So Michael Jackson, real quick. That's it. That's the acronym in a nutshell. Got it, right? The 5 major things you want to be cognizant of as a musician in general, right? You want to make sure you're in the groove, you're not all over the place, you know what the occasion is, all right? You know your techniques, and use them appropriately. And then when you get to a certain level, your innovation will increase, all right? And then lastly, your timing. Your timing has got to be spot on. It doesn't matter if you're not a drummer. You got to be able to hear that metronome in your head. All right, if there are no questions for me, I would like to jam out with you guys. So, what would I have? We're taking turns on the leads. I know we have like 8 guitar players. All right.
Yeah, somehow.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
So I know you said you want to play the 5 string.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, come on. All right.